I'm back in the car again. Welcome to the Requel podcast. On this episode, where Tyler's going to pitch you an idea, we're talking reboot. So AI is everywhere, right? The Terminators, that's been done, right? So what can we do? Well, you know what could be fun to redo and bring back? Short Circuit. That's right. That was a film when I was a child. I remember going to see with Johnny Five Alive. And the idea is basically this Terminator-esque robot that's made for this security company malfunctions and comes alive. And has to, stop the other evil robots. I mean, it's a very simplistic story, right? And this pitch isn't going to be super long, but the idea is we need some more fun comedies for families and just that can also touch on things that we discuss and are going through as a society. And AI is a big deal. And robots and artificial intelligence go hand in hand. So this idea of almost like a childlike Terminator type story could be a lot of fun. We have some Silicon Valley guys who are working on these machines, and they're for whatever purposes, security or, they're making soldiers, and they're going to sell them to the military, and one of them malfunctions and all of a sudden has a personality that's based actually on the personalities of the people that are building it. It's like this amalgam, almost like a child, because they had to scan in their brain technology or whatever to help build this algorithm. Convoluted computer stuff that doesn't really make sense, but you just buy it. And it can wrestle with the idea of what is life, what is real, when is something really alive. I mean, we've had things like in Marvel, you had with Vision, how that started as this Ultron base. It's kind of like that, but it's more of this fun version for children. And, I've talked about before, I'm not all about remakes unless there's a need for it. But I think there could be an interesting need for it. Like, it definitely has that, 80s E.T. feel, right? But now it's a robot, kind of like what we got with Bumblebee, right? But in this, the idea that Johnny Five has to prove that he is not the killer that they think he is, and that he has to stop the other robots that they're manufacturing that aren't alive. And then he has to question himself, like, what is he? And I think there's a cool, heartwarming story that's just can be repeated and brought back and updated. And yeah, what are your guys' thoughts? It's a short one. I know, I just kind of saw something about Short Circuit and I was like, oh my gosh, I'd like to revisit the film and kind of dive into it and throw it out there with my kids. But I was just like, this could be an idea of something that could be remade, just kind of talked about, with everything being about computers and machines. And I mean, I don't know, like we have artificial intelligence we talk to, like with Siri and everything like that. Having the idea that it could take a form and not be a killer robot. I mean, we got Megan, and what's the other one that just came out like recently? I don't know how recent. The one with Megan Fox, or the one like with I cannot think of his name, but he played Harold Kumar, John Cho. There we go. So I like John Cho. I don't know. I feel like we're always looking at the negative, and this could be something fun on the positive. Kind of like Ron's Gone Wrong in a way. I mean, as I'm talking about it, that's kind of what Ron's Gone Wrong is. But I like the live action, the idea that Johnny Five was this actual puppet machine, and there's a mechanical to it where it's tangible, you can feel it, and it's not too much like a, false computer generated thing that we see so many times.